As you have heard, the government-issued vehicle, a 2013 Toyota Prado, was found partly submerged in the sea near Marine Parade in Belize City. Via his social media page, Minister Patrick Faber had indicated that his vehicle was stolen and that he was not present in the white SUV. Authorities had managed to extract the vehicle from the water just before 9 o'clock last night. Deputy Prime Minister Faber spoke with the media this afternoon. In the meeting, he spoke of the last time he drove the vehicle, having parked it in a friend's yard on the George Price Highway.
Yesterday evening, around between 5:30 and 6, I'd say, I parked my vehicle at mile 3.5, between 3.5 and 4 miles there on the George Price Highway, the Western Highway, and I got a lift back to the Old Belize where I was earlier in the day, having gone to the Keys. While I was there, I was notified maybe about 8 o'clock or so, just before 8, by Besava from Love FM, that my vehicle was reportedly in the sea in front of Marine Parade. I was subsequently called by ACP Broster, who confirmed that my vehicle was in there. I checked, and sure enough, my vehicle was not where I had expected it to be, and it was then that I learned that it was stolen and that it was in fact plunged into the sea. I then called ACP Chester Williams, who I made the report with, and at some point last night I also made a formal statement to the police, a recorded statement explaining what I understood to be the case, certainly as it related to the series of events yesterday evening. So as far as I was able to ascertain, the vehicle was stolen and taken for a ride. I have not seen the vehicle, so I can't tell you if there were things missing. I can only say what the police reported to me. I did have a very limited amount of money in the glove compartment, I think about $200 or $300, and my credit cards and stuff like that, which I was able to get back from the police, but my laptop and my other equipment needed for everyday work was not in there, thankfully. And again, while it is regretful that this happened, I am thankful that there was no loss of life, and I know now that the police has launched a full investigation to try to find out who the culprit is in terms of the vehicle disappearing from that location that I left it.
According to Faber, the vehicle was purchased partly by the government as he had paid $40,000 towards the total price, which is about $130,000. So who would want to steal the minister's vehicle? The media asked him of enemies that he may have that would explain the reported theft.
Well, I always say that I don't have much enemies, but in politics that's sometimes nonsensical. But to my knowledge, nobody had that kind of anger towards me. At least I did not know about it. The police reported to me that the eyewitnesses saw a male of Creole descent in the vehicle or driving the vehicle, contrary to the flow of traffic on weekends on the Princess Margaret Drive coming into Marine Parade. And then that the vehicle was, well, it came on the side of traffic that it was not to, and then veered into the sea. I will say that I've heard comments that people are saying that I was in the driver's seat, and I'll make that as plain as I can. I was nowhere in the vehicle. Some of the descriptions that have come to me say that it was a person of Creole descent, short and kind of stocky, which some would believe describes me. Well, I will assure people that I was nowhere around the scene, and it was not me who was driving. In fact, when I learned of the vehicle being in the sea, as it was that I was at the Old Belize dockyard, so And I know for certain that my driver was not involved as well because they weren't working on that day.
A point of concern brought up was the fact that the vehicle had no license plates, to which Faber explained that he does remove them from time to time, and at the time of the alleged theft, the plates were inside the vehicle. As it relates to the speculation that the incident may have occurred following a domestic issue, Faber indicated that it was not the case.
Yes, that was where I left the vehicle, and I did not authorize anybody to move it or to drive it. My check on how it moved, I left the key with my friend indeed, caused me to believe, as she's saying, that somebody stole the vehicle. I will say at this time as well that I do have a second set of keys that have been missing for the vehicle, and that has been missing for some time, although I'm not certain that was the key used to move it. But I think it is useful to share that with you, that there is an outstanding key, if you will, at large somewhere that pertains to that vehicle. From what I've been told, that a male was driving the vehicle and that caused it to get into the water. So I have no reason to believe that there was some issue with my friend that caused her to want to damage the vehicle.
Faber says the vehicle is at the dealer to undergo an assessment as to whether it can be fixed for continued use. He added that it is not only a loss for the government but for him as well, since he did contribute $40,000 of the purchase price.